Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salam ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa wala. We continue inshallah ta'ala with our series in regards to ghusl, and we come inshallah ta'ala to describe the how, meaning how did the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam perform the ghusl. There are two ways. There is the bare minimum form would check two boxes. Box one, the intention, that you are doing this full body wash as an act of worship to remove what is known as the janaba. And we mentioned that the janaba is a state of impurity due to those four things that we explained. Once that box is checked, the intention, then if you were to make that you wash your whole body, whether that is in the shower or you dip yourself in a pool or in the river or in the ocean, that would suffice as a removal of the state of impurity, the janaba. And you are ready, in other words, to pray, to read the Quran, to do all the normal things, because you are now in the other state, and that is state of purity. However, if you were to think about somebody who is given the chance to build a house, says, and he went in and literally put up all of the walls, the roof, and the doors, and that's it. That is, if you look at it, it is a house. But it doesn't have any appliances, no electricity, no water, no furniture, nothing. And yet, if you look at it, it is a house. Versus, if you were to think about somebody, the next person, both of them are given to the same chance to build a house. And the budget is there for both of them. No questions about the budget. And then the second person goes in, not only did he finish the house when it comes to the walls are up, but the electricity is there, the plumbing, all of the appliances, even the extra luxurious thing, the luxuries, in other words, that are added, not only the pictures, but the ornaments of here and there, the food, the clothing, electronics, everything is in that house you could think of, and things you can even think of. They are all in there. Which house would you choose to go with? Obviously, you will go, like any human being, would go with the house that is complete. To Allah is the best example. This is why Allah Ta'ala is offering us, through Rasulullah SAW, to go into not only checking the bare minimum of performing any of the acts of worship, but go the extra step to really add to them the most beautiful ornaments, add all of the things that will beautify them, meaning that will take them to the level of excellence. Allahu yuhibbul ihsana fi kulli shay. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves excellence in everything you're involved in. And this is one of them. This is why the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, when he went in to perform ghusl for us to follow, and the Prophet, and it was reported to us to the last detail, he did not just go and had the intention, tossed water himself, and then that's it. But rather he did it at a very, very followed few steps. Now we go into the steps of how to perform the ghusl. Step one, perform the wudu like we described before, as if you are doing wudu for the prayer. This is the first thing. Now, keep in mind that we are in our showers, in our showers, and most of the bathrooms here in the States or in many places, wherever you are, the wudu starts with you saying Bismillah. Very important to remember that when you are in the bathroom area, you're not supposed to do any dhikr, any mentioning the name of Allah Ta'ala in those places. But saying Bismillah, it is also part of wudu. So how do you fix it? You say Bismillah, but internally, meaning you don't mumble it, nor should you move your lips by uttering the word Bismillah. And by the way, it's not Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. That is related to reciting the Quran. The Prophet ﷺ said, say Bismillah, then stick with nothing but Bismillah. That's it. You don't say Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim or add to it or take away. No, Bismillah and that's it. So, but you say that internally. Say Bismillah internally. Then do your wudu the way we describe as we do it for the prayer. Leave your feet. You have, when you come to your feet, the ruling is of 3 different choices of yours. One is to also wash the feet. The other choice is to leave the feet last until you're done washing the body. Then you do the ghusl. When you finish doing wudu, wash your whole body. Wash your whole body. And then of course, one of the things to keep in mind is once you walk into the washing, doing the ghusl with all of these steps, keep in mind that one of the things to always keep in mind, this is an act of worship. Should your body need washing with the soap to where you have to touch your private parts and wash them really well, then do that prior to starting the steps. In other words, this is very, very important to keep as a detail. Meaning that you just, you sweat it out and you really need to take a shower. Then take your shower. And then another thing about the shower is in relationship, in regards to water. Please be mindful of not being wasteful of water. Because we are institutionalized and we are used to the way we've been doing it for a long time, and that is you just blast the shower water, go in, and then for maybe 30, 40 minutes, Allah Ta'ala knows how long it'll take you for it to do a shower, and then the water is still running as you're doing the soap, as you're rinsing, going back again for a shampoo and all of that. So that if you were to think about the amount of water that you drained out, it is horrendous if you were to think about that. This is why we should be mindful of how to be conservative and mindful of the abundance of water. Does not necessarily mean the use of it as we please without even being mindful of that. So if you need to wash your body, do that. Do the soaping and shampooing and all of that. Get it out of the way. Then you start your ghusl. It starts with the first step, as we said, wudu. And then leave your feet last. Then you go back as soon as you finish the wudu. Second step is take water and rinse off your hair in your head and also in your beard thoroughly. Run your hand until your skull is saturated in the roots of your hair, saturated really well. Same thing for your beard. Make sure that you go into the roots of your hair and saturate it really well. 3 times. You get that water and then 3 hafayat. And then make sure that you rinse off really well. That water goes into, again, keep in mind that this is an act of worship. Once you're done with your head all the way, with your ears and everything that involves the head, the beard, the ears, make sure that you wash them really well. Then think about your body as 2 parts. There's a right side of your body. Think about as if you're splitting your body to 2 halves. The right side and the left side. Start with the right side. And then again, we're mindful of what the Prophet ﷺ gave as a recommendation. إِذَا لَبِسْتُمْ وَإِذَا تَوَضَّأْتُمْ فَابْدَأُوا بِأَيْمَانِكُمْ. When you come to either putting your clothes or washing, always start with your right side, always right side, as we mentioned this before. So from the shoulder and the neck all the way down, you wash and make sure that water goes down and touches every part of your body. Every inch of your body should really have water reaching it. You do that the right side all the way and make sure that you are rubbing against and making sure that water reaches every part. Then you go to the left side. Once you have that as done as well, then you go and wash your feet. And the reason why the scholars pointed out the washing of the feet has a 3 different options, and that is for you to wash your feet with wudu, or leave it after until you wash the rest of your body, and then wash your feet because they may have some dirt or some impurities that will run down your feet, and you've already done the ghusl. Then you allow your feet to be the last one, so that whatever it is that comes down off of your body down to your feet can be washed off last. But especially if you are in a situation to where you are doing wudu in an open area, So let's say you started doing wudu and the area is muddy under your feet. And then this is why it becomes a mandatory, or rather the rational thing to do is not to wash your feet in wudu, but rather wait until you did all of the washing of your body, walk away from the muddy place where you did wudu, and then wash your feet, right? Inshallah ta'ala. With this, as simple as we described it, this is the actual full extent of the ghusl. And then we will, inshallah ta'ala, explain few of the things. There are 8 parts of our body that usually, commonly missed during the ghusl. And we will, inshallah, point them out, inshallah ta'ala. There are 8 different parts of our body. Inshallah ta'ala, we will explain. So we are thorough when we do the ghusl. And that way we don't miss any part, and we want that ghusl, the full body wash, to be inshaAllah subhanahu wa ta'ala not only done for Allah ta'ala's sake as an act of worship, but it is also done thoroughly as the way the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam did it. Ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us amongst those when he hear their speech, they follow the best of it. Sallallahu alaihi wa sallam, Muhammad, alhamdulillah rabbil alameen.